How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Kizzy Will here. We are back with another electric scooter video. Today I'm recording with my Insta360 because I am out doing some delivery work. I wanted to talk about the Segway GT2 versus the Apollo Pro. I have people that are messaging me saying, hey, can you compare the Segway GT2 versus the Apollo Pro? And I said, okay, we'll do it today. I'm gonna write back down and then we'll talk about it as we're riding. One of the biggest difference that we're pretty much going to notice from these two scooters is gonna be these two things: price and the weight of those electric scooters. Price and weight. There's no need for us to go into all the other specs and all this blah blah blah. If you take everything into consideration, when it comes to performance, they're both gonna be pretty much on the same level. Now I do think that the Segway GT2 might have a little bit more torque than the Apollo Pro, but it's not gonna be that much of a big of a difference. But that's why I'm saying price and the weight of the scooters, depending on what you want to use it for, is going to make the biggest impact on you getting these electric scooters. It is a little bit windy. Follow the bikers. So the Apollo Pro weighs about 95 pounds. And the Segway GT2 weighs 117 pounds. That's huge. The Apollo Pro is still heavy at 95 pounds. My Inokim OSO is 75 pounds, and I can easily kind of pick it up, take it to places. But the Apollo Pro weighing 95 pounds is gonna be super heavy. For commuters, people that want to actually take it on the train and stuff, but it is more compact. So if you are taking it on the train, if you're putting it in your car, you will be able to fit in your car very nicely. Compared to the GT2, that thing is heavy, long, it is not portable at all. So I do think that the Apollo Pro is gonna beat the Segway GT2 when it comes to portability. There is no comparison at all. When it comes to torque, I do think the Segway GT2 is gonna be more torquey. Is that even a word? Like, it's gonna have a little bit more power than the Apollo Pro. Now this is just speculation. Apollo Pro might put some magic dust inside their motors and controllers and make it to have a little bit more power, because the Apollo Pro is boosting that its top speed is going to be 44 miles top speed. Meanwhile, the Segway GT2 top speed is 43. Now all these are speculation because none of them have been tested with a GPS remote. A GPS tracker or something, speed tracker. Just to verify, because sometimes these companies, they do say that this thing is gonna go this fast, but when you actually check it, depending on the weight of the rider, it actually doesn't go as fast. So I'm thinking for the Apollo Pro, actual speed that you're going to get with somebody on top of it is going to be maybe 39 miles per hour or 38, depending on your weight. That is still on the low end for speed for an electric scooter that's supposed to cost $4,000. For $4,000, you're looking at what's his name? A Dutron Thunder 2, Trevoron Supreme. These scooters hit 60 miles per hour. 60 to 62. 52 miles is like on their lower end, and they are costing about $4,000. So Apollo Pro setting their stuff at $4,000 to compete with what's on the market today, I don't even think that makes any sense. I just think they're doing it because that's how Segway set up their stuff. Segway GT2, when it first came out, they put it for $4,000. And I think a lot of electric scooter companies, they're not thinking that that's the right thing to do. Set your scooter as high as possible, as overpriced as possible, and see what you're gonna get if you're gonna get a few buyers. The bad thing about that is that when people see those lowest price, they easily get turned away, and they get turned away to go the cheaper route. And when they go the cheaper routes, they go and buy those cheaper electric scooter from Alibaba, AliExpress that have bad batteries and bad charging unit, and it causes fire, because affordability is always going to be the thing that kind of pushes people into buying cheaper stuff. And when they buy cheaper stuff, they catch on fire, and everybody's going to say electric scooters are catching on fire. They're not going to differentiate between a quality built electric scooter and something that somebody just wanted to get something affordable for them to commute with. By these electric scooter companies setting the price so high, they are kind of causing problems for a lot of us, because they are forcing commuters to go the cheaper route instead of them setting the price of the electric scooter at an affordable rate at what it should be in the first place. Like I said with the Segway GT2, if they have actually set that price at $2,900 that it should have started with in the first place, they will be selling out everywhere, and everybody will be able to compromise on the weight and on the top speed of the scooter to get something to commute with. Again, we're comparing here, and I'm not comparing with the way that everybody compares. I do my own thing a little bit different. I'm talking about reasoning. I'm talking about everyday use. We're not gonna jump on the specs, the controllers. Please, there are channels that do that stuff. That's not I'm talking about reality, why, what people use it for, how it contributes to the community in general. So I think the Apollo Pro and the Segway GT2 are pretty much similar scooter, but a little bit different. And the two big difference that you're gonna notice is the Segway GT2 heavy built scooter. The size of that thing is huge, like it is stretched out. So if you're trying to fit it in the back of your car, most likely you're gonna struggle with that. I have a video of me when I ran out of battery, when I was riding my 010X, and I had to take my scooter and fit it in the back of a Toyota, a Lift, and it was really small. If that ever happens to you on a Segway GT2, you're gonna have to get an Uber XL. That's inconvenient. These electric scooters are supposed to be compact, it's supposed to fit in pretty much everywhere. It's supposed to, if you take it on the train, you don't have to take up the whole room. If you take the Segway GT2 on a train, you're taking a huge length of space. But if you take the Apollo Pro, which is like this compact, on a train, you just fold it down and you take it in. It's not gonna take that much space at all, which is where I think I have to give it to Apollo for creating a compact scooter. Now, if they just listen, for once, I'm begging these electric scooter companies to fudging listen to people in the electric scooter community, because for some reason, a lot of them will listen to people that ride mountain bikes, that ride skateboards, that ride motorcycles before they actually listen to people in the electric scooter community. They set their price with the price of cars. You can get a really decent used car for $2,000, $4,000. You can get a really nice used car, and it can do 200 and something thousand miles on that vehicle. Going to places, doing grocery shopping, doing a bunch of stuff, going on the freeway faster. These things should not be going for that price, especially with what it's offering. So I understand if Apollo Pro is gonna be doing 60 miles to 52 miles per hour and they're putting it for 4K, I'll be like, okay, I compare that to the Dutron Thunder 2, the Wolf King GT Pro. These things do 60, but the Pro, the price is actually way lower. So we're comparing those prices. That's where they're set at, 4,000 and up. So that's when you have to look at the market and make sure that the market is actually pricing properly with some of these things. The conclusion between the Apollo Pro and the Segway GT2, which one you should buy? This is going, like I said, this is going to depend on a couple of things. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to push you to buy either one, because I really don't care. I'm not paid by any company. Even if I was paid, I still wouldn't give a damn. I will still give you an honest opinion. That's why my platform is here. Segway GT2, Apollo Pro, which one should you buy? If the Apollo Pro drops their price to $3,200 for the Apollo Pro, it is a no-brainer. It's gonna be the Apollo Pro over the Segway GT2. Now, you do have to understand one thing. I think the quality build of the Segway GT2 is gonna be something rare for you to get on another scooter. Even though they are comparable, the Apollo Pro build quality and the GT2 are comparable. They are very close to each other. But I think the GT2, there's something there, and that's why that electric scooter is way heavy, because I think that quality of build of that Segway GT2 is gonna be something that's gonna last you for a very long time. That's what I think, if you take proper care of it. The commuters are gonna be the ones to really decide on which of these electric scooters they wanna get. From my opinion, if the Segway GT2 and the Apollo Pro are on the same price, I would choose the Apollo Pro over the Segway GT2, because it's more more compact, and it's pretty much giving you the same speed. This will be in preference of if I want to use the Apollo Pro and the Segway GT2 to commute, to work, to go to different places, and to be able to move more freely. So if anything ever happened, I can just grab my Apollo Pro and go. I can throw it in the back of pretty much any car because it's way more compact. If I don't care about commuting, if I just want to get the scooters to just ride, not really commuting, if it's to go to work and I just want to get it and park it at my job, and you don't have a flight of stairs that you have to go, then I would choose the Segway GT2, because the Segway GT2 actually also feels more stable to me. I haven't been on the Apollo Pro yet, but from my experience looking at both of the scooters, I can tell you now that Segway GT2 is gonna be more stable riding that thing. You have seen people ride at the Segway GT2 with like one hand and all that stuff. It's because of the way that scooter is built. It almost sticks to the ground and feel more stable. Even when you're hitting the top speed, like it just feels stable and on the ground. But I think the Apollo Pro is gonna require a little bit more skilled riders. I think when it comes to those specific reasons, I'm going to choose the Segway GT2 if I'm not going to take it up a flight of stairs, if I'm not planning on using it to commute and go to places like do deliveries and stuff like that. But then again, if I do not have to go up flight of stairs, I will take the Segway GT2 over the Apollo Pro because of the deck space. The deck space of the Segway GT2 is so long that if you're doing delivery and you want to put a bag in the front, if you're doing food delivery and you want to put a bag in the front, you will still have a lot of space back there to take it. The Apollo Pro is similar to the deck space of the Inokim OSO that I have here, because if you put your bag here, you will pretty much have this small space back here. It's doable, but I'm just saying there's more deck space on the Segway GT2. But some people don't care about that because it does make it less compact. Both of these scooters are pretty much boosting of the similar specs. When it comes to top speed, the Apollo Pro is saying that you're gonna be getting a top speed of 44 miles per hour. The Segway GT2 says 43.9 miles per hour. That is very similar. Apollo Pro say you're going to be getting 60 miles of range. Segway says 55 or 59 miles of range. They are pretty much neck to neck on that case. There is no much difference. So now it might come down to preference and style. That's pretty much, and portability. That's where it's gonna go, because even when it comes to portability, Segway GT2 is 117 pounds, Apollo Pro is a 95 pounds electric scooter. So it's still a little bit heavy, but less heavy than the Segway GT2, more portable than the Segway GT2, the price. If I was just getting an electric scooter to use for commuting, getting on the train, going to work, I would choose the Apollo Pro over the Segway GT2 if they are on the same price. If the Segway GT2 and the Apollo Pro are presented in front of me, and the Apollo Pro is at 4,000 and the Segway GT2 is at 2,900, I will pick the Segway GT2 over the Apollo Pro any day, because again, they are similar specs, but I do get to save a few bucks. Some of the things that I have to compromise with the weight and it being portable and more compact, I can sacrifice that. That's just it. It's simple as that. Similar specs, pretty much everything that they're boosting for, all that is the same thing, but the price is gonna be the huge competition here. So if Apollo wants to compete, they have to step up with a better price than the Segway GT2.